Study section 11. Normal prenatal care. Introduction. Families play an essential role in the emotional, physical, and social development of individual family members. Healthy families are able to cope with and adapt to stressful life events and transitions. Therefore, prenatal care, known as antenatal care, is a regular medical and nursing care recommended for women during pregnancy. In this study section, you are going to learn about developmental tasks of the childbearing mother, the childbearing family, and preconceptual care. Learning outcomes. At the end of this study section, you should be able to 1. Discuss the developmental tasks of the childbearing mother. 2. Explain the childbearing family. 3. Explain the preconceptual care. Developmental tasks of the childbearing family. Prenatal care is a type of preventive care with the goal of providing regular checkups that allow doctors or midwives to treat and prevent potential health problems throughout the course of the pregnancy, while promoting healthy lifestyles that benefit both mother and child. During checkups, women will receive medical information over maternal physiological changes in pregnancy, biological changes, and prenatal nutrition, including prenatal vitamins. Recommendations on management and healthy lifestyle changes are also made during regular checkups. Figure 11.1 Prenatal care. Diagram of a pregnant woman. The availability of routine prenatal care has played a part in reducing maternal death rates and miscarriages, as well as birth defects, low birth weights, and other preventable health problems. Prenatal care generally consists of monthly visits to the doctor during the first 2 trimesters from week 1 to 28, fortnightly visits to doctor from 28th week to 36th week of pregnancy, weekly visit to doctor after 36th week till delivery of week 38 to 40. Assessment of parental needs and Take 2. Assessment of parental needs and family dynamic. Keys to successful family functioning. Healthy families promote the emotional, physical, and social welfare of individual family members. Among the many factors that contribute to this process are a family's internal strength and the durability of the family unit. Unlike any other social group, families are able to provide the close emotional support needed to produce self-confident and well-adjusted children and adults. Likewise, families that function in a healthy manner are well equipped to deal with many normal changes and unexpected crises that confront them throughout their lifetime. Therefore, the family's primary function is to create a healthy environment where family members can successfully grow and develop. 1. Family tax areas. The family's tax areas include basic, developmental, and crisis tasks. The basic task area is concerned with the provision of food, money, shelter, and other necessities of life. The developmental tasks includes individual and family stages of growth. Individual developmental stages include infancy, childhood, adolescence, adulthood, aging. The family developmental tasks are stages in the family life cycle. These stages include the marriage and early years before children, the childbearing family, the family with school-age children, the family with teenagers, the family launching center, the family/middle years, and the aging family. Crisis tasks are family hardship events such as illness, pregnancy, job loss, accidents, relocation, or death. Families that are able to cope with and adapt to stressful life even take two. Families that are able to cope with and adapt to stressful life events and transitions are better able to maintain a healthy family environment. 2. Developmental tasks. A physical or cognitive skill that a person must accomplish during a particular age period to continue development. A diagram. An example is walking, which precedes the development of sense of anatomy in the toddler period. The nurse may also outline developmental tasks for families. The childbearing family. For the childbearing family, the period of pregnancy is a crisis period that involves a lot of physical, emotional, and psychological stress, which will require additional care and support from the family members to the individual who is undergoing this developmental period. Caring for a woman in pregnancy involves physical care and emotional and psychological support from the family in collaboration with the healthcare institution. The presence of a newborn in the home calls for serious adjustments in the family, and this starts from the prenatal period. The period of pregnancy. The role of the family. A. The family should ensure that the expectant woman is physically, emotionally, and nutritionally prepared before pregnancy arrives. This will help to prepare the woman before the demands and stress of pregnancy sets in. B. The family should ensure a stable, happy, and conducive home environment for the woman to feel relaxed. C. There should be support of and encouragement for adequate rest and exercise. D. There may be need for a house help. E. There should be provision of adequate finances for good antenatal care, nourishing food, purchase of new clothing, and some other requirements to aid the comfort and well-being of the expectant mother. F. There should be opportunity for the woman to learn some new skills to be able to take up the new role of a mother, especially if she is a first-timer. G. It is always good if the husband takes interest in the wife's well-being, especially concerning nutrition, rest, and recreation. By this, he is meeting her psychological needs and demonstrating his protective role for her welfare. H. The family structure will need to be adjusted and to meet the needs of a newborn in the home. The discomfort of pregnancy may make the woman irritable sometimes, but the husband should bear with her. J. Husband should be encouraged to attend classes on preparation for labor so that he can give his emotional support. The husband should provide for the needs of the woman generally. Therefore, families play an essential role in the emotional, physical, and social development of the individual family members. Healthy families are able to cope with and adapt to stressful life events and transitions, especially during pregnancy, which comes with mixed feelings. The developmental task of a childbearing family is that of support to ensure the general well-being of the mother. Preconceptual care. Preconceptual care is the care given to a woman before she becomes pregnant to help limit any chances of health risks to either her or the baby. The process involves information on how the couple can stay healthy and simple advice on the way to handle early pregnancy issue. A diagram of a pregnant woman. Preconceptual care involves a lot of counseling, interaction between the health caregiver and the client who intends to get pregnant. Preconception counseling. This is a meeting with a healthcare professional by a woman before attempting to become pregnant. It generally includes a preconception risk assessment for any potential complications of pregnancy as well as modification of risk factors such as increasing folic acid intake to reduce the risk of neural tube defects, and counseling on smoking cessation, alcohol reduction, and medications that may compromise fetal development. Physicians and baby experts recommend that a woman visit a physician as soon as the woman is contemplating having a child, and optimally around 3 to 6 months before actual attempts are made to conceive. This time frame allows a woman to better prepare her body for successful conception and pregnancy, and allows her to reduce any health risks which are within her control. Some agencies have developed screening tools that physicians can use with their patients. In addition, obstetricians have developed comprehensive checklists and assessments for the woman who is planning to become pregnant. In one sense, preconception counseling and assessment can be compared to a well baby visit in which a baby is screened for normal health, normal development, with the benefit of identifying emerging problems that may have gone unnoticed in an infant. For a woman, the preconception counseling, assessment, and screening is intended to assess normal health of a childbearing woman, while at the same time identifying existing or emerging illness or disease which may have gone undetected before, existing risks for the woman who may become pregnant, and existing risks which may affect fetus if the woman does become pregnant. Some of the things you may wish to discuss are mentioned below. This depending on the culture of the client and the social life. Smoking. A. Smoking causes problems for both mother and baby. B. In the mother, it can make problems such as high blood pressure worse. C. In the baby, it has been shown to be associated with low birth weight and prematurity, early delivery. D. Recent research suggested that the smoke inhaled passively by a pregnant woman from a partner who smokes can also cause the same problems. E. Partners should also completely stop if they can, or cut down as much as possible. F. For this reason, it is strongly advised that the woman who intends to get pregnant or the pregnant woman should stop smoking. Diet. A. Having a healthy balanced diet before and during pregnancy is important. B. Evidence shown that the risk of some birth defects such as spinal bifida may be decreased by taking a vitamin called folic acid for some weeks before and during the early months of pregnancy. C. You can buy folic acid tablets for this purpose, and prescription can also be given for them upon request. Women with a family history of such problems are advised to take higher dose before pregnancy. Please ask for details if this applies to you. D. Certain foods should be avoided. The pregnant woman should not eat liver or take extra vitamin A supplements. E. Unpasteurized cheese, e.g. bread or milk, soft-boiled egg, pate or soft cheese may contain harmful bacteria or should be avoided. Alcohol. A. Consumption of alcohol in any amount has been associated with abnormalities in newborn babies. B. The likelihood of an abnormality is related to the amount of alcohol drunk. It is therefore recommended that alcohol consumption be kept to a minimum or stopped around the time you plan to become pregnant or during pregnancy. Drug misuse. A. If the woman takes medicine or tablets regularly, she should ask her doctor whether this might cause problems for the baby during pregnancy. B. The best time to discuss this is before pregnancy so that any potentiality harmful medication can be changed. C. Certain minor illnesses remedies such as for cough and colds can also cause problems. D. During the pregnancy, especially in the first 3 months, the expectant mother should not take any tablets or medications unless prescribed by a doctor. E. The use of illicit hard drugs such as heroin is clearly associated with abnormalities and dependency syndromes in babies. These drugs should be avoided at all costs. Rubella, German measles. A. If an expectant mother catches rubella in early pregnancy, the developing baby's sight, hearing, heart, or brain can be severely damaged. For this reason, it is important to know whether the woman is protected from rubella. B. Many women have been immunized or have had the infection as a child. Occasionally, protection can be lost. C. Your health caregiver can arrange for the woman to have a simple blood test which will tell whether she is protected. If she is not protected, it is important that she is immunized at least 1 month before she becomes pregnant. D. The woman cannot be immunized during pregnancy. Generically inherited conditions. A. If the woman has a family history of any congenital diseases, problems present from birth. This can be discussed and in some cases investigated. B. It is particularly important to know if she has had any previous problems in pregnancy. C. Screening for conditions such as Down syndrome is available, and the health caregivers or midwife will be able to guide as at what is appropriate. Pre-existing medical conditions. Certain medical conditions can be affected by pregnancy. If the woman has diabetes, epilepsy, multiple sclerosis, thyroid disease, or only long-term illness, one should discuss with his or her health caregiver before becoming pregnant. B. Potential problems may be identified and specialist advice arranged if needed. Contact with animals. A. Certain animals can carry bacteria that can cause harm to a developing embryo. Cats may carry toxoplasmosis. Sheep and goats may carry brucellosis. This can harm a baby. Basic hygiene is very important. Wear gloves if cleaning cat's litter, handling animals, or walking in the garden. C. Always wash your hands thoroughly afterwards. If you work closely with animals or you have any specific worries, your health caregiver will discuss this with you. General advice. A. If you are due to have your smear, this is ideally done before pregnancy. B. The health caregiver can arrange for the woman to have a pregnancy test. C. You are likely to have to wait longer for the result if your doctor arranges one. If your pregnancy test is positive or you know you are pregnant, arrange to see your doctor or midwife as early as possible. D. If you are able to make a note of the first day of your last period, this will help in predicting when your body is due. Bearing. The act of carrying something. Family. A group of relatives or people who are closely related by birth, marriage, or adoption. Study section summary. In this study section, you have learned that 1. Prenatal care is a type of preventive care with the goal of providing regular checkups that allow doctors or midwives to treat and prevent potential health problems throughout the course of the pregnancy, while promoting healthy lifestyles that benefit both mother and child. 2. Prenatal care generally consists of monthly visits to the doctor during the first 2 trimesters from week 1 to 28, fortnightly visit to doctor from 28th week to 36th week of pregnancy, weekly visits to doctor after 36th week till delivery, delivery of week 38 to 40, and assessment of parental needs and family dynamics. 3. For the childbearing family, the period of pregnancy is a crisis period that involves a lot of physical, emotional, and psychological stress, which will require additional care and support for the family members to the individual who is undergoing this development and period. 4. Caring for a woman in pregnancy involves physical care and emotional and psychological support from the family in collaboration with the health care institutions. The presence of a newborn in the home calls for serious adjustments in the family, and this starts from the prenatal period. 5. Preconceptual care is the care given to a woman before she becomes pregnant to help limit any chances of health risk to either her or the baby. The process involves information on how the couple can stay healthy and single advice on the way to handle early pregnancy issue. Preconceptual care involves a lot of counseling, interaction between the health caregiver and the client who intends to get pregnant. End of study section 11. Thank you for listening.